right, dropping a dime, episode number 10. He's Nelson.
And he's Neil.
And we are the Nobodies Podcast.
And for the 10th anniversary.
Kicking it off.
We've got special guest over here, Chris.
Yeah, just another nobody.
Another nobody with a lot of shit to talk. So welcome back, everyone. We're back at you, and we can't wait to get this going. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Stuff that we've talked about before, and you should, of course. But I think to lead it off, I want to pay homage to
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. Probably Nelson was named in his honor. Who knows?
No, but I've gotten that nickname for life, but I don't deserve it. I'll tell you that right now.
You definitely don't.
Not a lot of people.
Right,
yeah, not a lot of people deserve that name.
This podcast will end if you make those comparisons.
But I gotta say, there's got to be like a trillion Portuguese guys named Nelson. It's such a common name.
Isn't it funny though? Because it's an English name. That's what I.
Yeah, Nelson's like I'm super white.
So when did the Portuguese get raped by the English or vice versa? That's what I want to know.
Well,
isn't that still going on?
Probably.
All I know is Nelson Mandela was trying to help. Obviously fight the apartheid, fight racism.
Yeah.
And he dedicated his whole life. He spent 27 years in prison. Can you fucking believe that?
That's nuts.
See, if I spend 27 years in prison, I die in prison. It's a 95.
If I spent 27 years in prison, I'd die after the second year. I would fucking even know what 27. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, and you have to make mention that this guy was a global influence and a rock star in his own right.
Yeah, seriously.
You've seen him in pictures with prime ministers, presidents, royalty. I've seen him take pictures with Bono. I've seen him take pictures.
He's a celebrity, man.
Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston,
was
Will
Michael
Smith.
Jackson white or black in those pictures?
He was in between, so it was perfect.
Man, I know a girl.
But you're not famous unless you take a picture with MJ. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, is that the standard?
Or infamous.
Holy shit.
Or abused. Who knows?
Oh.
Terrible. But that's okay. Is he in the room? Fuck him. Who cares? So there you go.
Fuck Michael. I think he
I thought you were saying fuck Nelson.
No. Nelson's the shit.
We can't go that way.
I meant this Nelson.
I think Michael lost his King of Pop card when he started playing with him. That's
what are you talking about? He still has the King of Pop card.
But he shouldn't.
I think we brought Chris on just because he's Michael Jackson's single most obsessive fan, and he'll defend him to the death. And just like I was talking about last week's delusion, when you're so into what you love, you fucking talk out of your asshole. So,
but my whole life's talking out of my asshole.
So you're gonna fit in perfectly. Oh man, just another take. We got 3 heads are better than 2 here. So
I don't know about that. I think I fucked your whole operation over.
I think so.
That or I'm going to.
Walks in here, he's already making all recommendations.
Oh, you should do this.
Don't worry, I think we got this under control.
He wants to sing on the jingle and everything already. Don't worry.
Another memorial. I wanted to just bring up Paul Walker. And last podcast we talked about.
Chris is rolling his eyes.
He got wiped out.
So I'm leaving. We've got the insensitive guy, Chris. We brought him on.
This is perfect, yeah, because
to deflect all the shit we might want to joke about ourselves.
We're gonna get both sides of the coin.
Fast and the Furious 10. Get out of here. I had enough.
It's 7. I wonder how they're going to.
Okay. While we're on that topic, then this is what I wanted to talk.
You want to talk about all the good stuff he's done, right?
No, I want to talk about. Supposedly, there's this blog writer. I don't know if you saw anything about it, but she wrote a pretty insensitive article
about him being a dick.
He was actually
exactly the same sentiments. They all the same sentiments.
You know what my whole beef with the Paul Walker thing is that when there's kids that are more when media attention is more on Paul Walker than Nelson Mandela's death, that's sad. Fucked.
There was a tweet about somebody.
If you know who Paul Walker is and don't know who Mandela is, you're a horrible parent. That's all I have to say. What are you teaching your kids?
Well, that's the age. That's the age that we're in.
Fuck you, Hollywood.
Here we go. Writer of the top 5 reasons I'm glad Paul Walker is dead.
Oh,
shit. See, I can be as assholes as I want now.
There you go.
This chick is in Portuguese Katy Perry, might add. Katy Pereira.
That's right.
Adora Bull is the blogger or the writer. She wrote a top 5 reason why she's glad Paul Walker is dead.
I'm excited. Let's see.
Hold on. She's in police custody now because
they think she killed him?
They think she's suicidal now because of all the death threats and the backlash. And obviously, you should.
Yeah, people love those movies.
Insensitive fucking biatch.
I want to say
maybe she's got some good points.
I would like our special guest to read the top the five. Okay,
but wait, before we get into that,
yeah,
the man apparently all these stories came out of all the good shit he's been doing, right?
Yeah.
That he did.
Yeah.
So he bought a $9,000.
Oh yeah, let's come back to that. I want to tackle
with
this
the bad first.
Yeah, I want to get this. I want to get this bitch out of the way because she's making a name for herself in a pretty tragic situation.
Yeah, and she's making money.
It's just a PR stunt.
Okay, here. Okay, Chris. Chime in.
100% agree with numero uno.
What is it?
No more Fast and the Furious sequels. Thank God.
I bet you there'll be more. Vin Diesel.
Do an 8 Below 2 or something.
top 5 reason. Number 1. Okay, number 2 is.
Good.
There hasn't been a good celebrity death in a while.
Oh, that's brutal.
Fuck.
What is wrong with this woman?
That's weak. That's not even a good reason.
We'll come back to it. Okay.
Somebody dies every year.
Good celebrity death? How is there ever a good celebrity death? That's fucked up.
Okay, number 3.
This is dumb
We're
too.
laughing.
His death has been a good distraction from the soldiers who died this week.
Oh, distasteful.
What?
Okay.
She's obviously American. Get out of here.
Number 4. This could be pretty good. Go.
I agree with 4 too. Fuck this.
Well, read it.
Vin Diesel will finally be forced to expand his career.
Yeah, but he had that awesome fucking dark movie.
He has a career?
Whatever it was where you can see in the dark.
He should just do more.
Oh, yeah, Riddick.
That's it.
Yeah, he should do more crank like The Rock.
Okay, and last one. Here we go.
This proves that rich douchebags die young.
This woman's a fucking.
Okay, let's tie this in. Douchebag of the week has got to be Adora Bull, this fucking columnist who threw this shit out.
Yeah, but I thought she was gonna have some good points. Point number 1 was amazing. The rest are all.
Yeah, but the man doesn't have to die for him to walk away from the sequel.
Yeah, but you can name anybody that died, and other than the first one, and I could put a name to it, and it would fit.
It's true. And
this isn't original.
This is just a PR stunt, is it not? It's gotta be.
Well, it's gotta be.
She probably does a shitty blog or a podcast
that nobody talks about. Yeah, exactly.
And it's our fault.
We have more listeners than this woman. She was trying to get creative.
It's our
she
fault.
saw you two guys on number 9 already and freaked out.
It's our fault. It's our fault for covering it, giving her justice.
Yeah, look, we're talking about it right now. She wins.
It worked.
Okay, I just want to read this here. So, while it's unclear whether the column was sincere or not, the writer was unapologetic on her Fatchbook page. We won't stop till you're a big pile of regret and publicly apologize to Paul Walker, reads a rep on the comment. And basically she's come back and said, go fuck yourself. She's not apologizing.
Well, you know what's interesting? Not interesting, but maybe ironic. So these people are all angry at her for glad that Paul Walker's dead, which is a fucking horrible thought. But then they're all sending her death threats. So how are they any better?
But I'm sure the people writing to have her apologize aren't the same maniacs who are saying
no. But the death threats are a little harsh too. Are they not?
You know what I have to say about this? Who cares about both?
Shit.
I guess that's why you're here.
No,
and you'll never be back.
The Paul Walker story was sad.
It's
had enough.
All right.
Okay, so Paul Walker secretly bought Iraq war veteran.
Turn this around, please.
No, I heard this story.
Paul Walker secretly bought Iraq war veteran $9,000 engagement ring for his new wife after overhearing the couple say it was too expensive. So,
and he didn't say he bought it either. They had to
it was secret, right?
Yeah.
So what were they hanging out in Hollywood, and Paul Walker was in line behind looking at?
They just happened to be in the same store.
Yeah, they were in a jewelry store looking at it.
She was ragging him "Whoa, you can't afford this $9,000? I'm gonna marry your ass now." Thank God Paul Walker showed up.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran. They fucking should have bought the ring for him.
Yeah, so that means if you're a veteran, you don't go paid shit. You can't pay $9,000 for your.
How come this story didn't come out while he was alive?
Because he did it secretly.
He didn't want it to be.
Then how does anybody know he did it if he did it secretly?
Because now all the whistles are being blown.
That fucking PR guy.
If you drop dead right now, think of all the shit that will come out.
Nothing.
Nothing good.
The greatest 10 series.
Nothing. Yeah.
The greatest 10 series podcast ever made.
I have to stay alive just so shit doesn't come out.
If you start getting death threats, then we're fucking in trouble.
Oh my God.
In trouble, or the podcast will be top.
So, anyways, at least it's a way to flip it around, and even young guys douchebags or not, who die young, they still done. It's nice to see a good story come out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad that shit has to come out on somebody's dad.
Exactly.
True. I saw a tweet about some girl that tweeted the guy who was driving.
Yeah.
And it was like something like, because nobody cares about him because he wasn't famous.
You know what happened,
But
right?
he was driving.
No, what happened?
So they were, they're into cars, right? And this guy was like a stunt driver or a half stunt driver, whatever the hell the story is. And they had this crazy Porsche that there was something wrong with it. So he was test driving it. He was going to go...
At 175 kilometers an hour?
Yeah, they were going to let it rip. They were blowing out the carbs or something on it. So they were intentionally doing that. And both of them had like driving experience. And they just lost control. It wasn't like I don't think they were being assholes.
But I don't know if I ever had to drive 175 kilometers an hour to test drive my Porsche.
First, you got to have a Porsche. A car that can do that.
But
if I rode my bicycle that fast, I'd kill myself.
Why do you have to go 175 kilometers ever to test the car?
Get a Porsche. Maybe that's what it needs to do.
It's got to be blown out at 175 kilometers every once in a while and make sure it works. I don't know, that story's got holes in it, man.
These cars have to stretch their legs, buddy.
But everything I've heard about this type of Porsche is that they've...
it's like this close away from being not street legal.
Yeah, they've had even professional drivers come in and test drive it, and test drivers like come back and he's shaking his head. He's like, "This car's not safe." So
what the fuck?
Like if you hit a pop can going around the corner, you'd be like in a ditch.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
But, like, how can you release a car like that?
Whatever.
That's what I don't get.
Because only guys like Paul Walker can buy it. Like, what's going to happen? These guys
He's
are
gonna
pros.
fucking smoke a
I've
pole.
seen him in a million movies. He never crashed it before.
He bought the car that he was in, eh? Did I mention that before? The car that he...
here we go.
He drove in Fast and the Furious. He ended up owning.
Oh, yeah,
So
you
he
told
was
me
a
that you kept
gearhead,
it last time. Yeah, exactly.
So he's a gearhead. So I could see them being jackasses on the road, even though that's insensitive and people are going to fucking send me death threats.
You can handle a couple death threats.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
And ironically, Paul Walker was in the midst of doing his charity for the hurricane in the Philippines. And so, I mean, continuing his...
that hits home, eh?
His charitable spirit there, right? Now, another celeb that's in the news...
Another one who has been so valiant in her effort to...
I can't even be part of this conversation now.
Supposedly she did an eBay auction of various items. I have no idea.
Bikinis or something? What was...
And the proceeds...
Did she sell her ass implants?
Some sick fuck wants to sniff them, right?
Well, let's reveal who we're fucking talking about for those who don't know. Allegedly, Kim Kardashian arranged an eBay auction, online auction for various items of whatever it was. And supposedly she's kept 90% of the proceeds for, quote, overhead, unquote. Overhead.
Obviously she did.
So there's a giant backlash into...
Fucking how pissed I would be.
It doesn't matter. It's more publicity. That's what she wants.
I would be so pissed if I bought her panties and fucking 90% of the proceeds she kept.
I would be pissed and revolted if you bought her panties.
Here I am, being the goodness of my heart, buying panties that she wore for the goodness of a charity, and she fucking keeps the proceeds to herself. That's bullshit.
There's a lot of things wrong with this whole picture. Those things probably smell like Kanye anyway.
Oh, Jesus. I want the pre-Kanye version.
Here's a quote from
throw up in coke
from a disgusted former fan. I used to be a huge fan of yours, but I hope they give back your insulting portion of the proceeds, which is a measly 10%. Back to you so you can choke on it.
Oh, shit.
You leading on that it's a good cause to pursue people to buy is degrading, or to persuade people to buy is degrading. I hope you get to keep your money and probably need it more than they do. Ooh.
Whatever. These are a bunch of nobodies talking to a nobody.
Frankly, she doesn't care and she'll never even hear that. But it's
more publicity, 90% more change.
If this turns out true, though, it's pretty disgusting.
Pretty fucking low.
You surprised that coming from Kardashian?
You know what? I'm surprised coming from
I'm surprised she hasn't done it.
I'm surprised by it.
I won't be shocked if she does it in the next tragedy.
Holy shit.
Tsunami hits New York. She'll be all over it.
She's actually...
Her ass will cause the tsunami.
Yeah.
She's praying for tragedies.
She travels the world. She's going to be one of those, hurricane chasers.
Oh,
Sure, her
God.
fucking admin fees are expensive for fucking 90%. Holy
I want to
shit.
know what the whole thing made. Can we look that up?
Yeah.
Like, what's
okay,
this 90% we're freaking out
So
about?
here's a good
She
question.
made $50.
But that's a good question. Let's say it was like 10 million. She still gave $1 million away. Even though, no, there's no good way to spin it. I'm fucking trying.
No, she's brilliant.
I can't spin Kim
money
at
in her
all.
pocket, and she
did no
did
good.
some to charity.
Oh,
Get out of
I
here.
can't spin what she did in a good way at all. Hey, I was trying to fucking help out that her 10% was probably huge money, but
That's funny.
90% is still way too high.
I bet people will blame Kanye for it too. Somehow.
Probably was Kanye. Because George Bush hates black people.
It was...
according to Kanye.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Michael Myers' reaction was classic.
Yeah, when he was just fucking speechless.
I thought you put in
was
Jay-Z
just-
Rob Ford.
Anyways, next segment, which I'd like to segue here.
Yeah.
There's no saying.
There's no smooth one for this one, buddy.
There's no fucking
We
saying.
we've been covering week to week here. This fucking guy, which for a moment I thought we could get away with not covering.
But his name isn't
Let's
Tom
kick
Ford.
it off. I know that. Nelson just can't go with the intro music. I'm dedicating Jay-Z's Tom Ford to Rob Ford.
Oh.
This is our Rob Ford segment.
I thought Jay-Z thought his name was Tom Ford.
No. Anyways, just go with it. We've got the Ford report, the latest. What's the latest alert here? Nelson, what have you heard about?
I heard that
recently, Toronto Mayor Rob Ford.
now the video has fucking heroin in it or something. That's what I heard.
Is this the same
already had
video
crack
that
in
came
it.
out?
It was crack, so apparently there's heroin used too.
Good. I want him to branch out now. Who sticks with one drug? Get out of here.
Yeah, cocaine's fucking lame, right?
You're
It's gotta
surprised
be-
that he's doing heroin after he did coke? I'm
But
surprised he's not
he's-
smoking joints walking down the street.
He's too heavy to fucking be a drug addict. Man. That's what I don't
Well,
get.
that's the thing. He's not consistent. He's a recreational drug dealer.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Like,
He's-
some people I only smoke when I drink. He only does crack when he drinks.
Who's the fucking guitarist for Rolling Stones where everybody talks about how much he should be dead already? What's his name? Keith Richards.
Keith Richards,
Keith
yeah.
Richards.
So Keith Richards said that, when he figured out how much cocaine he could take, that's when he left. How much is enough for him? You know what I mean? He figured it out.
Well, that's
So maybe that's what Rob Ford did. He figured out how much he could
That's
take.
how that phrase
Or maybe he hasn't
was
figured out. That's
coined.
why he's still doing it.
Yeah, that's how that phrase was coined. That partied like Keith Richards.
Didn't I
partied
just see him on the news tackling somebody in the office?
Some woman or
Yeah,
something. an old lady.
Everybody made a big deal of it, and I saw it. And I was like, "This is weak." They're looking for anything. This
like
guy
when
sneezes, and they're like, "Oh, I thought I saw some coke come out."
He was interviewed recently by Washington D.C. Sports radio show, the Sports
Yeah,
Junkies.
College ball or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And he did open up. He was pretty candid with these guys, and they asked him if a woman's ever won the football pool or something like that at the workplace, and he was quoted as saying, "Women just don't understand football, and they win there all the time, and they make the picks based on the cutest guy or
Yeah, that's true,
don't
and they do
Or the
win
color,
because-
I like the color of their jerseys.
Us
I'm gonna
dickheads are looking at stats and
Yeah,
who did
exactly.
what and
And you know
injury
what?
report.
They
They're like,
probably win just as
"Oh,
much."
they win.
They win just as much.
You
because
better have to give your picks to your wife
It's a
and let her
fucking
do it
science.
however she wants.
Picking by color is a science.
Yeah, no shit.
But they do that. Why are people upset over the truth?
Oh, it's not that. I think it's the context here. The guy's already in hot water, and he keeps pressing buttons.
Good, he's a button presser.
You know what? He's
Okay.
he says it like it is for him. As his opinion, he's going to speak his mind.
He just refuses to back
There
down.
should be more people who speak their mind in this world.
Think of any
Like
city
this
in the
fucking guy
country.
Chris who
that-
just started ripping on fucking somebody, Paul Walker.
Oh, buddy.
He doesn't give a shit. Good for him for not giving a shit.
I just started.
This is the ultimate not give a shit
and he's
moment,
holding
yeah.
back. That's the funny thing.
Ford's also
Well,
quoted,
it's the first time I'm here, so, I don't want to take the limelight.
he's quoted also for saying that he can't wait for next year's October election.
He'll probably win. I'm
He'll
saying
win.
it
And
right now.
he's confident he'll be reelected.
You know what?
What other country would do that?
I would vote for him just.
I love Canada.
I don't. How is he still in the fucking seat? I know they took away all
Because
his
he's
power,
saving the money. That's all people care about.
but now he's not doing anything because he's not in power anymore. But they let him. You know what? I want my job to take away my power, so that I can only sit there at the computer do fuck all day.
Smoke weed.
And give me my freaking salary. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm going to fucking
Be a
smoke crack
realtor.
at my desk. I'm going to smoke crack at my desk, God.
Oh, man.
Shit.
But it's never ending with this kid. I mean, I thought I was fed up with it, but he just keeps throwing shit.
It gets
day
better every
to
time.
day, week to week.
Different every
There's
time.
no way this shit's not calculated. He can't be that dumb.
You know what? Maybe because he's like, fuck it.
I think
Keep my
he's a
popularity
fucking
going.
genius. He's brilliant.
He's doing all that shit on purpose.
Hey, we're losing the ratings. Go smoke some crack. All of those kids on the street, they'll take a picture.
It's true, though. He has the most talked about freaking politics.
Maybe he's just a genius and we're all the assholes.
Well, he certainly knows what to do.
But there's still more talk about that video, eh?
Yeah, there is. And
just fucking release it so everybody can watch it. Fuck.
Supposedly he offered $5,000 in a car
That's not enough.
to get the video back.
Add another
But I thought
2
the video
zeros
doesn't
to that.
exist because Gawker raised $250,000. They didn't get the video.
That was before the whole Gawker stuff, though.
Oh, he tried to get
it before it got released. He knew about it.
before Gawker even came out with it.
Yeah,
Well, fuck, Gawker's offer was way better than $5,000 in a car.
which is
why
why
you
it
get the
happened
video.
after. Yeah.
I mean, but Gawker didn't even get the video after all of that.
I thought they did. How did it get out? I've seen some. Haven't you seen clips? Or was that
No.
him at the beer garden?
No, it's him at the
Bumping
beer garden.
rails.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, beer market.
Beer market,
he's
sorry.
doing keg
There's all
stands.
kinds of shit going on.
Man,
Yeah.
I can't keep track of all this shit.
Anyways, that's our tribute to the one and only
The Ford segment.
Rob
we're
Ford.
We're not going to have any topics when Rob Ford gets arrested.
Oh, we'll have topics. I'm sure he'll throw something out.
Comedy
there.
Central's loving him.
Yeah, so I've heard a number of radio stations spoof Jay-Z's Tom Ford with Rob Ford, so we're gonna adopt him and throw him in there.
Nice.
Okay, so Nelson, don't be confused. Don't freak out. Jay-Z did not make a Rob Ford song.
And called it Tom Ford? That would have been awesome.
He should.
He should now.
It would have been awesome if he thought the name of Rob Ford was Tom Ford and wrote a song about it.
Yeah. So let's see here. What else we got? Oh yeah, going back to that Chris was away. He's our in-house Steeler expert.
Dealer? Oh, Steeler.
Pittsburgh Steeler expert, and
Steeler Nation, baby. Don't even get me started.
he was in Europe. He was. We could talk about that in a sec, but I was filling him in on Mike Tomlin, head coach, fined $100,000 this past week.
You know, I finally saw the video yesterday.
And
Okay,
what
so
was
what's
your
your
opinion
take?
of it?
My opinion is he didn't give a shit, and
did it on purpose.
it didn't look
No,
that
that's
bad.
not the question.
It didn't
It
look
didn't
that
look
do it
bad.
that
on
bad,
purpose?
really?
It didn't look that bad to me.
Didn't look that bad.
I think it looked horrible.
I don't know. I'm a Steeler fan, so I got Tomlin's back.
Total delusion.
He's a dude. Yeah, it's the love of the douche.
Yeah, exactly.
Delusion.
You know, remember that
LDD something.
you know that guy, that equipment guy or the trainer guy from the Jets when he tripped that guy running down the sidelines?
Right.
That was deliberate on purpose. If you're going to be hard about it, fucking trip the guy. He was standing an inch off the line. Get out of here.
The question is, why would the coach fucking do it? Why wouldn't he send?
Look, he's not even close.
Why wouldn't he send the towel guy to do that? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think he was aware until the last second, and he's just a hard fucker.
Did you? What kind of videos did you see on this? Did you see this video from the end zone angle video?
Yeah.
You saw this, and you still think that he didn't deliberately go on the field?
Let's see it right now.
Yeah, let's see
So
it
you're
right
telling
now.
me there's not a television on the other fucking side?
There
No.
is.
No,
That's
no.
what he's looking at the
No,
top.
on the other side.
Yeah,
the
there
one
is.
complete opposite from when he's watching.
And then I gotta show you if I can find it. If not now, later.
Oh, they'll probably show you. On
See,
the
he's
slow-mo.
not.
No,
He's
I
not.
gotta show you the.
He's not out of
the
bounds.
other side. What are you talking about? Nobody's even close to this line.
Look, here's the fucked up part. This man had to dodge this fucking fat coach, right? And then he got tackled after. Look, he would have just went straight up the line. But no, he had to cut in, and then he got rocked by 28, whatever
And
the fuck that is.
at the last
if he didn't
second,
cut in, he would have
he's not on the field as much as when Jones gets close to him. He goes in and then back out.
So
when you watch it on the other,
He's freaking out. He's
But-
freaking
oh,
out.
he's
Okay,
freaking
hold
out.
on, hold on.
Okay,
So he was watching the fucking TV the whole time, and only at the end he realized there's a freaking guy
yeah.
behind him.
Watch, look when he turns his head.
He had all the time in the world to realize that that was coming
before he
at him.
gets there.
You know what saved him is that he does that all the time.
Sure, okay.
He had all the time in the world
He does
to
it
freaking move out of the way and see that
Hey,
jackass.
they interviewed every head coach in the NFL, and they said he's a stand-up human being. Don't think it was deliberate.
Sure.
So you two schmucks can
They're
just
covering
go
their ass like
do
doctors.
podcast number 11.
Like doctors, when they fuck up, they can protect each other.
Exactly.
The coaches got to stick up for each other.
Exactly.
That's
so
all it
we're
is.
nobodies, and that's it.
But he's watching a big screen, so he could see that fucker coming at him the whole time he's watching the screen.
Yeah, he's like, this guy's going to run right by me.
So he had all the time in the world to move out of the way.
Yeah, he's like, one of these motherfuckers better tackle him. I'm cutting somebody at the end of this game.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Okay, all right, sure. I'm pretty entertained at the fucking delusion I'm hearing here.
Yeah.
So,
With the whole,
but you know what?
Love is Blind?
I want to, when we missed this one, ironically, the same week, NBA coach Jason Kidd is in a tight...
He's a coach now? Shit, I'm
Yeah, he got hired.
I remember when he was fucking rookie.
Nobody listens to him on the side.
Okay, it's the end of the game. The Lakers have got 2 free throws. It's 96-94 for the Lakers. And he's trying to... There's 8 seconds left in the game. He's trying to prevent... he's trying to create a distraction.
Who does he coach? Brooklyn?
The Brooklyn Nets.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see him clearly mouth to one of his players who's getting subbed out, hit me. And on his way out, he puts this iced tea in his hand, and the player bumps his shoulder, and he drops the drink on the floor. Now, you might ask, why would you do that? Well, the
Momentum shift.
Well, the Nets also had no timeouts left. So he wanted to create this, and then they went into a little
Good, he's thinking outside the box to help his team.
Well, cost him $25,000.
Yeah, $25,000 that he had in his shoe pocket.
Is it playoffs?
No, not even close.
Then what the fuck is the point of that?
Here they go. Hit me! You can see him mouth it.
Oh my god! Does he not realize that there's cameras everywhere?
He's fucking
And the guy who's subbing off is obviously going to have a camera on him.
Let's see. I need to see it in slow mo.
Hit me! I thought he was going to punch him in the face. That's what I would have done.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Drop it.
If I was Taylor, I would have been like, shit, I thought you told me to punch him in the face.
Softcore porn quality acting. Like,
That is bad, eh?
Terrible.
Like, is he the pizza boy or some shit? Like,
Okay, so those 2 incidences in 1 week. Does the fact that
it's just
Jason
going to
Kidd...
open up a bunch of shit.
But did Jason Kidd getting caught make it worse for Mike Tomlin? Because there are 2 instances.
No, Mike Tomlin
Which
is
one happened
a
first?
stud.
Kidd.
Jason Kidd doesn't know what he's doing on the
happened first?
sidelines.
No, Kid's still a player in my
Chris will also tell you the Steelers are going to make a run for the Super Bowl this year, so take that with a grain of salt.
No, if they win the next 4 games.
Or a couple bumps of blow.
Next
okay?
4 games straight?
You know.
How many games are left? 3? And they got to win
If
the
they
next
win
4?
4 straight, I'm going to bring Scarface type blow here next time.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get fucking cameras on this house.
Oh, buddy.
Oh man. Okay, I want to bring up here. I'm not sure that Nelson is aware of this, but
Yeah, I heard this.
recent news. Drake,
my buddy Drake.
But his buddy Aubrey from Toronto.
Hey.
Drake is teaming up with
God.
Nike and becoming the Michael Jordan of sneakers. Or he's teaming up with Jordan. He's getting like a Jordan brand. Like they're going to create like a Drake sneaker or something like that.
I thought you had to be able to dunk to have a sneaker.
Becoming the Michael Jordan of sneakers for your feelings? What the fuck does that mean?
Let me find it.
I'm already disgusted.
But he's in something's going on with Drake and
Nike,
the Jordan
yeah.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be called Nike bankruptcy.
Oh, here
That's
it is.
What's going on.
Drake finalizes an endorsement deal with the Jordan brand, and he's going to get a new shoe. He announced it at one of his concerts, which he didn't cancel.
Of course he didn't cancel that one because he's probably got fucking $50 million waiting for him.
I think he can. We were saying a couple of weeks back, Drake canceled one of his first.
But
one of his first dates.
But I'm with Chris.
Sorry,
I'm with Chris. You got to fucking be able to dunk to your own shoe. Like, seriously.
Or shoot or anything.
Are they going to release the podcast shoe next? Like, the best podcast gets fucking Nike shoe? Like,
I want to know what guys
now?
are buying the Drake fucking Nike
Yeah, you're
shoes.
instantly a douche for buying the Drake shoe. Fuck. No.
They'll be like skater shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to add, let me take it back on along the lines of endorsements and having your own shoe, because there's another article out right now that LeBron is not happy with his LeBron 11s.
Is LeBron not happy that Drake has his own shoes?
Frankly, I don't think he gives a fuck about Drake. Well, they did party together after the championship.
Oh, shit.
But LeBron has barely worn his season 11 shoe.
Really?
Because he doesn't like the fit, and Nike's bring it back to work on it. Now,
Yeah.
Didn't he test it out before he fucking signed his name to
It
it?
doesn't matter if LeBron doesn't like it 2 games in. Fuck you, Nike.
Well, then fucking LeBron should have shot some hoops in his backyard before he fucking signed the signature.
I'm sure he did. Maybe he don't like it anymore. I don't know.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm LeBron.
What happened? Did he miss a dunk with them on
If
or
Drake
something?
says that, they're going to be like, fuck you. You're going to wear these
These
shoes the rest of
celebrities
your
are fucking
life.
too much, man. They need to fucking smarten up.
No, if you're LeBron, you can
Did
do whatever
LeBron
you
have
want.
fucking his own shoes when he was fucking playing in high school?
Yeah,
And
nobody
he made
wanted
it.
a LeBron shoe until when he was in high
But
school.
he made it, so he didn't need these fucking crazy shoes. What the hell is this guy's problem? What,
No,
what
I like
doesn't he
it.
like about it?
Maybe they suck.
He doesn't like the fit, so
Yeah,
they're
fuck
taking
you.
it back and yeah.
Didn't they measure his goddamn feet? They probably put a fucking mold around this
Well,
guy.
I want to ask you guys this because, you know, traditionally Nike has been like the front runner when it comes
Yeah.
to basketball shoes,
Big
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you think back to the '90s in basketball, and the greatest player of all time, hands down, Jordan, right?
Yeah. And who helped a big deal
And
making
I
Nike
always,
what it is.
I have this conversation comes up so many times, and I argue that no one's ever Nike has never branded an athlete the way they have Jordan ever again.
And I don't
And
think
I
they
want to
ever
know
will.
why you think that is. Most people, I think, would say that.
Because it was the first.
Well, but I think a lot of people are saying that no player that's come up ever since Jordan has ever been as good, and I think the way they market LeBron, they don't give him the same props that they do Jordan. So
No.
Well, no one's ever going to have the same props that Jordan had. And it's like,
But people-
Jordan wasn't going to the finals and losing the first couple of years either.
And
So
Jordan
right
didn't
off-
fucking build his own dream team just to make
so,
it happen.
So right off the bat, go fuck yourself. You're not Jordan.
So there's a lot of LeBron haters for sure.
The best,
right?
the best is, I wonder if Jordan didn't get caught gambling and get fucking moved to baseball just to move all the distraction,
That is
and then come back and play. They
And
would have
win
won like
3
8
more
straight.
times, yeah.
They would have won 8 straight. Those
Yeah,
fucking
you
guys.
can't touch Jordan.
Because
Whether
they
you're
lost the
LeBron
one
or
because he
anybody
was
else.
too busy. playing
And Nike
baseball.
knows that. That's why they're not going to promote it that way.
I'm not sure that it's that
A little
much.
bit of LeBron, a little bit of Drake, kind of get everybody.
Fucking
Back
Dwayne
in the day, all you had to do was say Jordan. Everybody bought the fucking shoe.
But that's the thing. It was the first deal of its time, and it helped catapult Nike too.
Right.
Because from what I remember, it was a pretty even race with Adidas and Reebok and everything until Nike did the deal with Jordan.
Yeah,
It was the
brilliant.
first of its kind, and it fucking worked, and that put them on the map.
There
Like
is
way beyond every.
Now you need LeBron and Drake to make a Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
if you take a look, if you watch the ESPN Jordan documentary, they do talk about briefly that the reason why he took the year off was not necessarily because he wanted to, but he actually was serving a suspension for gambling.
But nobody talked about it because they
Right,
wanted to
because
protect.
they're protecting a lot of interests
But
here.
then MLB goes after their stars fucking
Hey,
hard.
what
this
kind,
is
what
what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
trouble can you get? Like illegal gambling?
You can't
He
gamble
was-
as a sport.
you
You
can't
won't make it
gamble
into
it.
the Hall of Fame. Fucking
No, he
look at Pete
gambled.
Rose.
He gambled on basketball.
Supposedly, and
Supposedly.
I mean, he was also going to Atlantic City and gambling in between games and all this kind of
But
shit.
I think that was their defense that they didn't.
I don't know.
That he is in the Hall of Fame because he didn't gamble.
I think you guys need to do some research.
Well,
it's,
we would
it's,
have-
it's speculation, right?
Yeah,
Like,
who knows
that's
what
not
he
gonna-
fucking gambled
We're not
on.
going to get
Oh,
that.
that's like
That's not gonna
JFK
be-
then.
I gotta
You'll
call
never
him fucking
know.
Bucky
Right.
in Vegas
Okay.
and find out what he
But my
bought.
point is this.
Go to Vegas
okay,
to find out.
when a guy is so big, you can't tax that guy. You can't fine that guy. You can't punish him. Because the whole livelihood of your league, your brand, your sales, your marketing,
Yeah, it's on
all
one
out the
guy.
window.
Whoever
So
the
I
fucking
argue now,
commissioner
this is
was.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that you have LeBron, who's arguably the best player right now, and arguably better than Jordan. Maybe doesn't have the titles, maybe it's a different... Okay,
Yeah.
put all that aside,
Yeah.
okay? I think Nike doesn't give LeBron the same due as Jordan in terms of marketing because they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah, 100%.
So now you got
They're not at the-
Kobe,
they don't need it
you
anymore.
got Durant, you got Kevin Durant, you got, I don't know,
There's a lot more
Harden,
opportunities now.
And
It's,
even,
it's like investing. Are you going to pick one stock, or are they going to tell you to diversify?
Yeah.
Oh, and look at...
And now Nike's at the point where they can
And
invest
maybe
in 5
there's no
guys
truer
instead of one
example
guy.
than
Exactly.
golf and Nike's endorsements of Tiger Woods. You have the whole scandal, and what happens, it blows up in your face. He could have obliterated the whole... golf.
Yeah, but I
Here's
guarantee,
my-
I
here's my
guarantee if you
question.
told Nike the money they were going to make off Tiger Woods, even with that scandal, they still would have
Yeah, but
signed
didn't
the
they
fucking
pull?
contract.
Did they pull from him? Did they pull their fucking agreement?
He's still back with them. I
Yeah,
think
But
they
did they pull
re-signed
for
with
a,
them, right?
Yeah,
Did they pull for a
100%.
while?
I can't remember. They
Yeah,
now have
they turned up
McElroy.
for
they
a
got
couple
whole-
years.
Did they though?
You know,
Yeah.
Because that kills me when a company pulls out because a guy's doing something in his personal life You didn't fucking sponsor the guy because he doesn't cheat on his wife. You sponsor the guy because he's fucking amazing in golf.
That's fine. Okay,
you know what I mean?
But it's all about image.
It's not. Yeah. It's about the image on.
But you can't argue that the sales didn't plummet after things like that happened.
Why? Because some jackass is fucking going to be a hero and stop buying his golf shirts?
Well, that'll be...
Because he's going home and fucking his neighbor? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you don't think any better. Every kid on the block was like, Mommy, I want a Tiger Woods hat. You think that was happening after the fact?
Good for you, buddy.
You're like, give me that fucking Tiger Woods. You're not wearing that shit.
I'd be giving that fucking kid 2 Tiger Woods hats.
Yeah, well...
I get what you're saying. He shouldn't be penalized for that because it's...
Don't get me wrong.
Shit,
if I was Tiger Woods, right? I'd be doing worse shit than he was doing.
If I was in the conference room, I'd be like, wait a minute, people. Let's all look at yourselves in the fucking mirror right now. Mr. Jackass, I saw you making out with your fucking coworker outside of the water machine.
But they're not making $100 million.
Don't fight Tiger Woods. Take away his money, you know.
It's all money. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
If you make no money, you can be the biggest scumbag in the world.
You can't argue after a scandal like that, the sales are going to plummet. And I think they learned their lesson. They don't want to have all their eggs in one basket. And in fact, you're actually seeing some of the NBA guys going to Chinese brands of... Like Dwayne Wade's.
Really?
Yeah, his shoe brand is a Chinese company.
What's it called?
Let me look it up.
It's Chinese, who cares?
No,
but listen. Nike looks like a stud for having Tiger Woods on their payroll, right?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods has this crazy blunder, which
stick by the fucking guy.
which most of society thinks is shit, except us three.
Biggest hypocrites.
And then Nike pulls out, so now they look like they have morals. Then they wait a couple years and they give Tiger Woods back.
Second chance?
Second chance. They look squeaky clean through the whole fucking thing.
And then they're fucking
geniuses. It was brilliant. Yeah, they probably paid Tiger Woods to slip a cell phone mix.
I want a company.
Oh, honey, I'm gonna leave my cell phone here. Whoops.
I want a company to be fucking ballsy. That's what I want.
Ballsy.
Okay, and what entails ballsy?
Like stick by the motherfucker.
Picking up athletes with records, picking up with blemished past.
You're talking about somebody who's a murderer and somebody who cheats on their wife. It's completely different.
I didn't see anyone sponsor Ray Lewis.
Yeah,
what's that?
Ray Lewis after his murder trial,
and he was innocent.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade's shoes are called the Li Nings, and I bet if you look up those sales,
is that because Nike wouldn't sign him with him, or what is that?
He dropped Nike or Converse. He dropped Converse
makes
and
the same
Nike.
Amount of money over there. There's way more people.
Let's see it there. And how many people are wanting to buy his shoes? Anyways.
Not those ones.
No, because he's being shadowed by. Maybe is he upset about being in LeBron James' shadow, maybe?
I don't know. What does he care? He got 2 more rings because of
that. I mean, really, it is LeBron's team now, so... But, I don't...
Let's be honest. If anybody came to you with a bag of money and said, endorse that you have a tiny penis, you'd probably fucking do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I would do it right now.
If I was married, I would do it. If I was married, I would do it. But if I was in a dating game, fuck that.
Okay, let me ask you guys this.
How to make $2 million with big penis.
I made $300 million saying I have a tiny penis, and then I whip it out. Look at this
$300 million is a different story.
That's what I mean, a bag of money. Wow, you think I'm talking
what's a bag of money?
And who's going to come...
$2 million's not enough.
Who's going to give you an offer like that?
Nobody's going to give me an offer.
Let me ask you guys this. Never mind. Let's put that aside. If Nike wanted to, can they make LeBron bigger than Jordan ever was?
No.
You don't think so?
Yes, they can.
I think so. But we'll never know because
it'll never happen.
They don't even do. I feel like they don't even do a tenth of what they do for Jordan.
But they're making a ton of money with Jordan, though. So why would they fucking move all their eggs?
No, it's not that. Like I said, it's why.
You know what I like to see? How much Jordan shit makes versus LeBron shit.
Right now, it's not even close. I'm sure.
Yeah, Jordan.
Jordan, I think, has moved away from Nike. Have they not? Maybe they owe them a little bit, but isn't Jordan a different brand now?
Well, he's Hanes.
Is it? Yeah.
No, Jordan is not. I thought they branched it.
No, it's still a division of Nike, for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
But put it this way: why would I rather make $300 million a year on LeBron or $50 million apiece on Kobe, Durant, LeBron, Derrick Rose, and get one person from every part of the country.
You know what?
And do it 10 times over.
Maybe they just evolved from that business model. They're like, you know what? Like Chris said, we're going to diversify. We're going to make the same, or if not more, by hitting more fans.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but
okay. It's just an evolution of them getting smarter as business people, as Nike.
So LeBron's no Jordan. End this conversation.
That's true. And you know what? I don't think you should ever have a conversation.
But
like
is he
that.
no Jordan because his shoes don't sell as much?
I think you have to look at it as a whole, yeah. But it starts with his on-court performance, right? And that's another story. That one's not even close.
Yeah, you can't be touched on that one.
So, you know what? I don't think I've watched 5 minutes of LeBron James play basketball. I haven't followed basketball since Jordan retired.
You're not missing out. Basketball sucks. Podcast blew
She's
up.
hurting right now.
Jordan is still way better on the court, is what you guys are saying, right?
Yeah.
Like physically, they do different things.
So why are they talking comparisons then? Where does the comparison come from?
Because they always want to.
It's just something to talk about.
And basketball's so boring right now. What else is there to talk about?
Yeah, like seriously, what's going on in basketball?
Fucking Jeremy Lin back.
If the current product was good, if the current product's good enough, you don't have to talk about the past as much, right? I don't see that in the NFL.
No, man, the NFL doesn't
rarely go back.
Like,
when do they have to go back to the golden age?
That's why
because the game's getting better.
That's why
you can't put Namath with Manning.
That's why the NFL is the NFL, and the rest are just.
You can't put Namath with Tom Brady.
The NBA may as well be the CFL compared to the NFL. Let's get out of here. You got no chance. Basketball and baseball, forget it.
Okay, have you guys seen this? Because you know I enjoy watching this shit. The Detroit Pistons back mid-November had those kiss, the camera when they go into the crowd and they get people to kiss publicly, or they do a little dance contest.
Yeah, I love those.
They have a young guy, kind of like Cousin Terrio from the last time.
Oh, she wins.
They threw the camera on the crowd, and it turns out to be one young kid versus the usher, and it looks staged to me. But you guys tell me.
The usher.
Yeah. So the Detroit Pistons put the dance cam on everyone.
I like at State Farm getting free advertising with the dance cam.
It's yes, there it is.
It is Cousin Terrio.
Look at him.
It's him.
And he's got some moves, right?
Dude, that looks exactly like
Does he not look like hired talent, though?
Yeah, but that's Cousin Terrio. Man.
Okay, watch this.
You gotta look up Terrio.
This is the same game, okay? Watch this. They flip it to an employee of the Auburn Hills.
We gotta put Terrio on after.
You'll see it.
There's that kid 10 years from now.
That's Webster. There. This guy works for the Pistons? Are you kidding?
What, you think he's a hired gun?
Watch.
Nah, he just fucking dances freestyle at night.
This is Nelson. And it becomes a face-off between the usher and
this kid.
Look. This is...
No, that's genius.
So this guy works now for... these guys don't know each other?
Well, you think this is...
There's no way.
This is a conspiracy?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. They are going at it, and they both look like.
I just automatically assume
rehearsed.
everything's set up in a conspiracy.
Okay.
So if you think that's a conspiracy,
all right, Nelson. Before you answer,
everything in the world will ever be a conspiracy.
Before you answer that,
so it's State Farm put them up to that.
Look who ends up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Did fucking State Farm put them up to it then?
State Farm paid them.
State Farm fucking.
They got tons of money, and then they go at it again on Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm telling you, that's fucking Cousin Terrio, man.
Do these guys not know each other?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's his uncle.
You think they're playing
and they're wearing the same shit.
They're wearing the same clothes.
Get out of here! I fucking hate Jimmy Kimmel now.
Do you think? You think they staged this to be on Jimmy Kimmel? That was their goal.
No, I don't think so. I do think they know each other.
That's Cousin Terrio, man.
It is Terrio.
Get this shit out of here.
So that's why he got on.
Oh man.
That's probably the uncle in the Cousin Terrio video.
That's true. There you go.
Let's fucking watch the Cousin Terrio video.
This is.
That's them, man.
Yeah, they're playing off. This is their version of Little Cousin Terrio.
Well, then good for them. It's fucking genius.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man. I
Nothing's that natural. I'll tell you that
That's his
right
fucking
now.
uncle, like Chris said, for sure.
I can't buy that something like that.
Or it's his cousin.
It just looks so friggin' staged.
Terrio.
It's so staged. I can't believe it. I can't believe that someone would just show up and an employee of the of Auburn Hills. I don't know. But anyways, they ended up on Jimmy Kimmel and went from there.
All right, fine. It's staged.
I'm gonna find another one.
It was staged then.
Staged 100%. There's no way.
Whoever's running that Skycam or whatever the fuck it's called.
They caught a really nice moment on TV at a Pistons game.
So
So I'm the naive one then. Shit, man. There's no purity left in this world.
You're like everybody in the crowd, man. Just got
There's
reeled
no
in.
fucking purity left in this world.
There's
Shit,
not. As soon
man.
as you realize that, you feel
Fucking
better.
Titanic was staged.
Oh man. Okay, right on. What else you want to throw out there? Have you guys seen this? I gotta show this while I'm looking for that. Talking about staged versus fucking.
Oh, the pranks are all.
I want to know. Have you guys seen on YouTube the series of videos by those guys, Dude Perfect?
No.
You haven't seen. Okay, this is special guest Ryan Tannehill.
Stage for.
Oh, I did see this.
They're in a Dick Sports, and these guys, Dude Perfect, what they do is it's all about trick shots.
Oh, I know these guys.
So they hit football shots from like yards out. They throw basketballs from the top of the stadium to a basket.
I've seen that. So it's staged, obviously.
And they have Ryan Tannehill going up an escalator and throwing the ball above a bridge and into a basketball.
That's fake, and it's edited.
I want to know how many times Tannehill had to do that.
No, I'm sure they have to do it.
Or it's fake and it's edited, right?
And so what is it more likely? That they hit it or it's edited?
It's edited, and I'll tell you why.
No, because I would have hit that after 10 footballs, for sure.
I'll tell you why it's edited. Ronaldinho, soccer player, has got a video, I think it's an Adidas commercial, where he's at the outside of the box, and he hits the fucking crossbar every time.
4 times in a row.
And it comes back to him, right?
Yep.
Every time. And there's no cut in the edit.
Yeah, so that
it looks like continuous, right?
Yeah, so that one's edited, this one's not.
No.
That wasn't that crazy. You could hit a football over a fucking escalator and put it in a
fucking basketball from the fucking tower, that shit's crazy, man. You got wind to deal with, there's too much.
Well, that shit's bullshit.
It's the same guy.
That wasn't too crazy.
There's basketball, there's frisbee, and there's football.
They probably hit a bunch of stuff, and some stuff they made
like that kind of stuff. Is that hit? Do you throwing a frisbee from the top of the stands to a basketball?
No,
net?
Look at the fucking weird curve it's got going.
I don't think you could throw a basketball like a baseball.
Are these
not
guys
that hard?
Are these guys extreme?
Think how much bigger you are than these guys throwing those basketballs, and they're throwing it like it's a baseball.
Are these guys extreme fucking?
So what are you
players?
saying? I thought you said it's legit.
I'm saying I bet these guys do some shit that actually is legit, and there's some stuff that they edit, so you can't tell what's real and what's not.
This stuff doesn't look like a big deal, but this shooting from a moving escalator,
like that's real.
I think that's possible.
This is real.
Shooting from an escalator over like in a warehouse to a basket like 50 yards away.
Yeah, but you sitting at the top of the stadium and drilling a basketball into a net, there's no way.
That's bullshit.
Unless that basketball is like a Nerf one.
I used to shoot a basketball from my bedroom window to a net below. That's pretty,
That's easy.
That's pretty easy because you're just shooting, you're throwing it down. But the heights that these guys do it on, some of the stuff is, that's obviously not edited, throwing 4 frisbees.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
watch this here. Look how far this field is. And you got the guy, it's a face-off, basketball versus frisbee throw.
So what are these guys, amazing fucking at every sport that they touch? Like, what is this story?
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, watch, they're throwing a basketball on a football field, like 40 to 50
See the
yards.
way he threw that basketball? There's no way you could throw a basketball like that.
What about the frisbee?
The frisbee, I believe.
I know, like, how much power does this guy have? He should be in the Olympics throwing a goddamn...
Look how far, just watch as it gets further. And you tell me.
These guys got the biggest torque in their fucking shoulders then.
No, there's no way.
They're not even looking.
Nah, that's bullshit.
No, but maybe he did it 10 times.
No, 10 times. He did it 100.
Watch this one.
3 hours.
Tell me if this is real.
What, bowling?
Doesn't that not look... That looks fake.
Yeah, there's cuts. There's fucking... Yeah, there's cuts in that edit.
So he's a good bowler.
And they're good
This is good. They're
good editors.
Watch this. He's going to roll this too.
They're good editors. That's bullshit. Guy just threw a frisbee and fucking rolled.
Is Dude Perfect real or is it a load of shit?
It's a load of shit. Final answer.
And they've had a bunch of people too come on, like Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel.
You know what? Good for them for being good editors and making all us fucking stupid.
Yeah, they paid Johnny Manziel do a choke clause on him, and he comes on there.
Now that State Farm dance was choreographed, I'm not gonna believe any of this shit. Dude Perfect, I might have believed 10 seconds ago, but not anymore. Now that freaking the State Farm.
Well,
dance
I don't know.
You know what? You put Peyton Manning on, I'll believe it. Tannehill, go fuck yourself. You can't make that throw.
Why aren't these guys playing sports then?
Yeah, I didn't see Tom Brady on here. Get out of here.
But these guys are better than fucking pro football players.
Well, they probably can't take a hit. Look at these guys.
You know how much wind? Oh, yeah, right, buddy.
There you go. Now
he didn't even run into it, though. How are you going to throw that far with a basketball?
I don't know. Some of this stuff's believable,
I don't even know if a basketball player could throw that far.
There's no way.
We're watching the Johnny Football Dude Perfect edition. They're at like the second level of the football field, throwing basketballs into the.
You can't throw a basketball that hard.
No.
LeBron fucking could.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You tell me this 5'6" chubby guy can get out of here?
Yeah, without even running into it. Like, he's got the best fucking shoulder.
Okay,
technique.
what about stuff like this?
This guy doesn't work out.
No, that's bullshit.
Where they're throwing targets in the air and
whatever.
You know, they're hitting they're both going at it.
They're fucking good editors, man. That's the bottom line.
I'm not sure.
No, it's full of shit.
It's the same editing technique that the Ronaldinho commercial used.
And you said Ronaldinho hit the crossbar?
Crossbar from outside the box, and it comes right back to him. If that was the case, he'd be scoring every fucking time he took a kick at the net.
Okay, let's take a look
It's all
at that.
shit. This is why. Yet we're watching, and these guys are making millions.
That's okay. We're going to be making millions with the podcast, too, because they're fucking...
Yeah, now you are.
Programs are genius.
Problem is, this podcast, you can't do CGI.
We can't get someone else to do our push-ups for us.
Oh, man.
Shit, man. Yeah, the greatest shoe ever gave him the fucking
So what is
kicking
Nelson?
accuracy.
What is this for?
See, so I didn't know
It's
there
a
was
Nike
shoe
commercial.
involved.
Look,
Is
there's
this
an...
a lead up to the World Cup? Or
Nike-
is this
No, it's a Nike
humor?
commercial.
Yeah.
I thought they shot this like candid. They're like, dude was just tying his shoes.
They're making it seem that way, yeah.
All
'Cause
right,
it's-
but I see no Nike splashing.
Yeah, but why
aside from
in
the
the-
back?
yeah,
aside
Why
from
would
the
he
back.
give him shoes
And
that
he's
were in a
got-
fucking briefcase?
He's
Okay.
got Nike in his fucking
Staged.
shoes.
All right, let's see this.
Some random guy is just going to walk up to Ronaldinho in a field by himself and give him a pair of shoes.
Yeah, and he's gonna do it.
In a gold
Speed it up
briefcase.
here. I gotta watch this
Okay,
asshole.
so
tie his
he
shoes.
starts dribbling, doesn't
Yeah.
let the ball touch the ground.
That is fine. That's legit.
okay.
Because
And
my
tell me where
fucking
this
10-year-old nephew
tell me
can
where
do
this
that.
doesn't get believable.
Right now.
So he takes it basically from the sideline to the middle of the field, right?
Yeah, and then he fucking volleys it.
Is this like
Without even touching the
how
ground.
far out do you think he is? 22?
Well, whatever
is that
the box
goal
is.
box, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
Okay. let's
18 yards,
do
I think, is
something
that
And
crazy.
measurement?
he's hacky sacking it, and does he bicycle it?
Boom!
One,
And it comes right back to him. It never touches the ground.
2,
See how it zooms out?
Well, it's hitting the crossbar.
Yeah, and then
He hits
coming
it-
right back to him.
4 times he hits a crossbar at the top, and then it sings back.
So
No,
he just discovered the greatest shoes ever made by Nike to make him the most accurate kicker. And you know what? He ain't fucking scoring the most goals ever. So there's no way that that's true.
Yeah, this is bull.
Because
And I would
Ronaldo and Messi kill him in fucking scoring stats.
and I would think that the guys practicing in the back would look over to
Yeah.
see
Those
that.
guys would
Exactly.
be streaking because they were freaking out.
Yeah,
This is
so-
horseshit.
That's funny.
Yeah, get this off.
Okay, did you...
The funny thing is, this is the first YouTube video I ever saw in my life because I didn't even know YouTube existed until
Until right now?
No, somebody told me about that video.
Oh, this video.
And that was the first YouTube video I
Oh,
ever
fuck, I
watched.
thought you meant it right now.
No,
What
I'm
is
like,
going on here?
I'm like, what the fuck is YouTube? He's like,
Where am
"Go to
I?"
this website."
I thought it was brand new, but hey, fuck. I
No,
don't know.
it's what
pretty
YouTube
fucking-
or that commercial?
the commercial.
No, it was like fucking 10 years old, that commercial.
What about, let's just cover this briefly because we're not, but I want to give you your due here because we always talk about basketball and football, and we know there's a lot of soccer fans. What do you think about the draw?
Well, Portugal's in the group of death again.
So who's Portugal in with?
U.S., Ghana, and Germany.
Oh, shit.
So it'll be a rematch again with Germany and Portugal like it was for Euro 2012.
Okay.
U.S. people say whatever, but they're fucking better because anytime the States puts money into a sport, these fuckers kick ass at it over 10 years. So they're getting better. And then Ghana is always underestimated, but those teams are always perform well.
Okay, because I want to ask you then, is the group that Brazil is in, is it pretty easy?
Who are they with?
Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon.
Yeah.
And is that because they're the host?
Oh, so we're looking at conspiracy here.
Anyways, that's my loaded
Fuck,
question.
nothing
because
happens. Nothing happens actually in this world anymore.
No.
You guys have jaded me.
You should be jaded.
Because especially in Canada, we're so multicultural, and obviously we've got the folks here that like following their soccer team.
Yeah.
And the first thing I hear about this whole draw is that Brazil had a fairly easy grouping so that they can make it deep into the. And frankly, I don't even think they need it, but.
Oh,
What
well,
do I know?
They don't, but I don't know, like, how many big players do they have anymore? I think they're in one of those
I don't know
transition
shit about
periods.
soccer.
It's totally silent on this
Yeah.
side here.
No, they're not as good as they used
texting
to.
people.
They're not as good as they used to be. I don't think, because most of their like fucking legendary players are older now.
Right.
But fuck it, Portugal's gonna kill them anyways.
I knew you were saying that.
Okay, and I mean, with so many leagues and different championships in soccer,
yeah.
Because I tend to think like when you have too many leagues, too many games, too many championships, right? It just like it waters down. How much does this mean on the global scale? Does it mean less now than it did, like let's say,
huge.
20 years ago, or
it's massive.
You think it's still?
It comes once every 4 years, right? So
Sure.
that's World Cup, and then Euro Cup comes once every 4 years. So they overlap. Like every 2 years, there's a major tournament, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But all those tournaments that you're talking about are different leagues. Like, so England will have a league, and then they'll have the winner of that league, right? But then the Euro Cup is basically every league team, the top league team, they all battle to see what the...
So what do the Latin American countries care about the Euro Cup? You know, because
they've got Argentina.
Do they have theirs too?
Yeah, they've got their own. They've got their own leagues and then their own big tournaments that they... So it's always the top players of that region, or top teams of that region, are always battling for the next tournament. So it's always the league winner then goes into a tournament for the region.
Right.
And then whoever wins that becomes the big league team. But then all those players come together for a fucking all-star national team.
Right.
Which then is Euro
and they pit against each other.
And World Cup, yeah.
I don't know. Man, like...
The funny thing is, it's the biggest sport in the world, right?
I'm counting how many shutters you have right now.
Okay, let's get over
us Americans get so bored with the best sport in the world.
The sport. Nobody gets hit. They think about it.
It's the best sport in the world, and it's the most
sucks.
popular sport in the world, right? But then you fucking
outside
Americans...
North America, you can't play anything else.
But here's the best
You can't
part.
play hockey. You can't play basketball. You can't play football. All you got is soccer.
These North Americans, right? Bring in the fucking MLS league, which is a fucking disgust.
I can play in the MLS.
It's an embarrassment to soccer, right? And then what do they want to do? They want to Americanize it with playoffs. There ain't no fucking playoffs in soccer.
I don't know how soccer works.
In Europe, you play fucking whatever amount of games. Whoever wins the most is the champ. There's no fucking playoffs.
Which is the whole dumb concept.
You like that better than a playoffs?
Fucking A1. In MLS, you have playoffs? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
I thought every sport on the planet had playoffs.
Yeah, I'm surprised to hear this.
And the funny thing is, the biggest sport...
This makes me hate soccer even more.
But it's,
Nelson, you're not helping.
No. My point is...
stupid is that?
My point is, it's the biggest sport in the world, but the Americans don't trust the system that made it the biggest sport in the world, so they changed the fucking rules.
Well, they're doing what works in the
to
States.
Adapt.
Like, hold on.
Hold on.
Would you like to see the World Cup?
Nobody's going to watch MLS soccer.
Because nobody gives a fuck. Because
would you like to see the World Cup winner be the team that wins the most games if they all played each other, or wouldn't you rather see a playoff?
That's basically what happens, though.
That's dumb. Nobody watches that shit.
Do they not have a playoff?
Just
from a quarter to a
it's a
semi to a championship.
Yeah,
like
but
the top in the groups.
But that's not. It's whoever. It's still whoever wins the most at the end of it.
Yeah, there's a round robin play. I get that.
Yeah, and then they go into.
So that's why. There's my point. That's why the NFL is amazing, because you could have the most wins in the season. Odds are you're not fucking winning the Super Bowl.
Yep, you can be the highest.
It's exciting. You just got to get in the fucking tournament. You can win the shit.
But here's the thing.
You can be good at. Where's the pressure?
Do you want to know why
Where's
MLS? One of the big reasons MLS is not as popular is because they changed the fucking rules.
No, it's because
you're not going to have a soccer
players.
fan. A soccer fan is not going to like MLS because the rules are retarded.
No, because they have some kid from Toronto who can barely play soccer starting with some fucking team.
And then there's that. The
players suck.
The caliper is not fucking nowhere near.
If you don't make it on the other side of the planet, you come play.
But I'll tell you right now, they'll get more viewers that are into European soccer watching it because the rules at least make sense. You don't fucking...
They're the original rules.
Yeah, you don't fucking... If cricket were to come into fucking North America, no one would watch cricket unless you're a cricket fan. So you're not going to change the rules and then fucking expect these guys to watch cricket. It's not the sport.
Okay, but that's my whole point, and that's their whole point. There's not enough fans here to bring soccer, so they got to change it, otherwise it won't work here.
No, what they should do is keep it legit to the rules.
Burn it to the ground and keep it over there.
Either that, but keep it legit to the real rules. If you're going to expect... Because who are you going to get? You're not going to convert an NFL fan.
You're not converting me, I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly. So you can't convert an NFL fan to soccer. You never will.
They're trying. That's the whole point.
That's the mistake. You got to convert soccer fans to soccer. Not fucking NFL.
Right, I'll give you that point.
Done. That is my point.
But soccer still blows in general.
No. You guys are the minority because it's the biggest sport in the world for a reason.
Yeah,
That's
I
true,
live in
that's
North
true.
America. We don't care about
There's more
soccer.
numbers to support that, and you know
There you
what? Who gives a shit? Like if it goes to the origins of the sport or why, the reasons, the economics of sports. Like because Chris also makes a good point. And you got to think.
You know the problem here in North America? Everyone's fucking ADD because it's all about everyone's got to score.
No, I want to
They
see the
fucking
hardest
make the
fuck on the
nets.
planet.
They make
put
hockey nets
put his
bigger.
helmet through a
Look.
sternum as hard as possible.
Yeah,
Not
and then
some
they
guy
shoot themselves in the head.
Not pretend that he
Good
got
for them.
hit and sprawl over the field
Yeah.
and bitch and complain.
Yeah,
and
but
then they
that's
show
what
the
people who
replay.
don't understand the sport talk about. That's all they
It's
talk about.
strategy, right?
That's all you can say about that
Pussy
sport.
strategy.
You can't say anything else other than that.
I would say soccer highlights are good to watch. I'll watch the soccer highlight for 10 seconds. To watch a game, I want to blow my brains
Because you don't
out.
understand that it's fucking nearly impossible to volley a ball from one side to the net of the field
No,
to
it's
the
not
other
the point.
and
It's
be
fucking-
accurate
it's
and fucking
boring.
control the ball down from your chest to 2 feet in front of you. That takes fucking skill. And people who are,
So does
have no
accounting.
attention.
I don't want to watch a guy do accounting. It takes skills, but it's fucking boring.
Oh shit!
I have a feeling neither side is going to succumb here, man.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know what to say.
I'll tell you what side's succumbing.
I just say it is what it is, right? Like,
Yeah.
but here, let's just relate it back to North American because that's all we know. All right.
Yeah.
If you lived outside the country, you're from your homeland, whatever. Okay, I respect that. But put it this way: in North America, because of the way things are set up, the way they are, where do the best athletes physically? Speed, size, like where do they put these guys? They are handpicked and they're implanted into certain sports, the least of which are soccer and baseball, let's face it. And this
Yeah,
is
that's
why
both those sports suck.
this is why North Americans on the
In
global
North America,
scale.
you're talking.
So that's why I said at the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why on a North American scale, typically the U.S., Canada. I'm going to leave Mexico out, but
You're going to see Patrick
gonna-
Lewis on a...
But
they're
there's-
going to suffer.
yeah, but hold
they're
on,
gonna
hold on,
suffer
hold
in
on.
those sports.
There's
right?
no infrastructure for soccer in Canada or the States. So States only started. So
Within the last
how are you going to
15
develop
or
a
20
fucking 12-year-old
years.
to play soccer if there's no infrastructure for soccer? The infrastructure is in the other sports.
Well, you've got a lot of things against
That's
them.
why
Those are the
soccer-
two
That's
things.
why.
Go to England.
That's why, and that's what most people
And that's
do.
what
That's why
people do,
MLS is bullshit because there's no infrastructure.
Exactly.
And the money's not there. So why would you develop
Scrap
a kid
it. Get it
in
out
this
of here.
country? I didn't bring it. I don't even watch the fucking MLS. I think MLS is garbage. I think it does worse for the sport than better.
It does,
okay.
because somebody like me who's North American will see an MLS soccer highlight and be like, this
It's
is
horrible.
fucking piss.
But it is piss.
I don't want to watch FIFA either.
But the point I was making, the funny thing that makes me laugh about North American sports is, well, hockey usually, because football doesn't do it. So hockey is trying to get the American base, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to expand, right? So what do? They make the fucking net bigger so that there's more goals.
What else did they? We talked about.
And then
the
they
other
put the fucking Fox Sports came out with the fucking flashing puck,
Yeah,
which
but-
to me is an insult to the fucking sport.
No, I agree.
It's like telling
but-
fans that you're
No.
too stupid to follow a black puck on white ice.
They are
so we're
too
gonna make
stupid.
it blue and make it fucking shine. And when
Yeah.
it goes faster than 90 kilometers, we're gonna make it red.
Yeah, they
Because you
are
can't
too
fucking
stupid.
follow it. That's fucking brutal.
Well, I don't. Frankly, I don't think soccer is going to catch on here ever.
No, it won't.
And I don't expect that.
Unless it's the caliber of the rest of the world, it'll never.
And I don't expect North American sports to excel worldwide either. And we can touch on this. Well, Chris is the biggest fanatic of NFL football. What do you think about Goodell wanting to bring an NFL team to England?
It's dumb.
And you just came back from England, so what are people's take on American football?
They don't even know what it is. I was in.
Well, they think it's soccer.
I was in a
It's called the same
bar.
game.
I was in a bar in London, and all these guys were telling me I look like some fucking football player from
Beckham.
Arsenal. No, Sandy Gazzola or
Okay, let's
Anyways,
look.
whoever
I
the
want to know
fuck
if
he
this is
is.
fucking
Yeah.
true.
They kept making me. He said they short. I was like bending down and taking pictures. I'm like, oh, our friends are gonna think you look like this guy. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's funny.
So, anyways, long story short, I'm going off here. Is that
Okay.
they did not understand football at all. They were more pissed that we call it football because you don't really use your feet.
They got a point.
They don't get it. It's
They
like
have a
me.
point.
Soccer's fucking stupid. Nobody gets hit.
Yeah.
They're all pussies. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
You talk to somebody from over there, they're saying, I don't understand football.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. I fucking hate it's two worlds that are never going to come together.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
just the way it is.
That's funny.
And why do they insist on putting NFL games there?
Trying to expand the market.
It's like any
Would you-
it's
could
like
you
any
even
business.
legit-
Why
Logistically
is rugby,
make that
is rugby
work.
down there?
Yeah, rugby.
Yeah.
They thought I was a rugby player.
So that's what they're referring to. They're thinking the rugby mentality is big, so why wouldn't football
It just logistically doesn't even work. Like, what's the first game you were saying that someone in England can even watch here?
Well, some of the people, like some of my friends that are Canadian that are living in London, were pissed because you couldn't find the Grey Cup at any bar anywhere in England, in London.
But,
I know.
How are you surprised? How are you surprised?
I know, but you're telling me you couldn't find cricket at fucking Boston Pizza if you asked them?
No.
Ahead of time? I think you could.
I doubt it. No
I
way.
don't think it'd be that far of a stretch.
No fucking way. I can't even find fucking boxing sometimes.
But so this is the problem with the NFL is that the time difference is so fucked that the 1 o'clock game is like 8:30 at night. So you're only getting the 1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
And they don't even understand football, so forget it.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
There's no way.
If you haven't been watching football your whole life, or start watching with somebody who knows what they're talking about and they teach you, football is a mash of shit.
But
they
it's
don't
like
get
you
it.
guys trying to convince you guys to watch soccer.
But I played soccer for 10 years, and I realized it was pussy, and I had to stop playing.
Because the sport isn't a brute sport. That's why they call it the beautiful game.
No, I know.
It's finesse.
I get it. And that's,
So it's
but in
a
North
different
America, we've been brought up on hockey.
Because we're all fucking barbarians over here.
Yeah. I want to club a chick over the head. No, I'm joking.
Okay, so here's my question to you guys. Why is it called football when it's like 3%
I have no
of
idea.
the fucking
No
sport?
idea.
Field goals and punts.
I have no idea.
So you name it off of the fucking...
Google that shit. I bet you can't find an answer.
It's
either.
freaking... What, does the ball look like a foot or something like that?
I don't know.
Well, I'll keep it going. I mean,
It was designed
Nelson,
after kicking it?
Last year, did you not go to the last World Cup games?
You want to
tell us the fan
I'm going to give you my
there.
guess. I bet Australian football was probably where it originated from, and then they just started changing the rules and kept the sport the name. You know what I mean? Like, it's called football.
I could see that.
Over the years, you start changing rules. You come with the forward pass, and then it just stays football.
Look, there isn't any evidence conclusive.
What did I say? Australian football.
But there's no conclusive evidence, so nobody knows.
That's what I mean. But I guess that's what has happened.
But that's also Yahoo Answers or whatever.
It
so
was
was
probably
a 14-year-old
called.
kid answered that?
But you think Australian rules
Gotta go to
football
Wikipedia.
is more kicking than anything.
Yeah,
You
I
bring
can
it
see
over
that.
here, you start playing Australian rules football.
And then they had to adapt because they can't fucking just honor the rules that exist.
yeah, and all of a
See?
sudden it becomes a
North
different
Americans
game.
got to change the sport every time.
Thank God, though. You can hit somebody way
Australian
harder
football's
when you have a
amazing.
helmet on. What?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, trust me.
Get into a debate over which one's the more manly sport.
I played both.
Which one?
Rugby or fucking football. One guy's zero padded. The other one, the guy's climbing on your shoulder.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the difference.
And no
I'm going to
pads.
tell you the difference because I played both.
Okay.
When you play rugby, you cannot sonic boom someone in the next generation. Otherwise, you get a penalty.
Okay.
You have to engage and wrestle to the ground. It's a tough sport. You're going to get cut. You're going to get hacked up. There's no way you're not a tough guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But guys that play rugby, especially in Canada and university, are the guys that are tough as fuck. They're just not that athletic.
Okay.
When you play football, you're putting a helmet and shoulder. You think you are Superman? You would run through a brick wall. Two guys running.
And that's why there's so many head problems now.
That's why you get hit
That's why,
harder
yeah.
in football.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to be crazy athletic.
Because
You can't just be tough and play football.
Because the equipment you wear in football makes you think it's a weapon. They're
Superman.
weapons
Yeah,
now.
you're Superman. You're not going to go head first into a pile of guys in rugby. I did it once because I played football so long. And I split my head open.
I remember that.
You can't do it. You're so used when a guy comes to hit you, you're
Yeah.
dropping your head.
Right.
My first rugby game, I dropped my head. What happened? My wig
Oh,
split
man, that's
everywhere,
crazy.
and there was a fucking fountain coming out of my head.
shit, man.
And I'm like, this is a tough sport, but it is not football.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different.
Yeah. Well, you can't discredit anything, but I mean, it's
I
hard.
played
You're
rugby.
going to get
Those
hurt.
guys
but
are tough as shit. It's,
Yeah, it
it's
was
a crazy
it's
sport.
it's a really
I don't think there's
strong,
any fucking rules, but
strong argument.
if you wanted to poke someone's eyeball at the bottom of the scrum, you're going to go nuts.
But it's crazy how much, like, football, especially the guys on the lines, are fucking rocking each other repeatedly over and over again. And they're starting so close together. And they're going at full
It's a
tilt.
violent sport,
It's
man.
insane.
Yeah.
Like,
What are these people thinking?
people like when people say like hockey's a rough sport. Like hockey's rough, but there's probably
Oh.
you can count how many hits there are in a game. Every football play, there's at least 8 guys trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Every play.
But the thing with hockey is you're going at a much faster pace, so you're rocking each other.
Yeah, but they're throwing hip checks and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but you hit a guy from one hip to another at 90 kilometers an hour.
They hit the boards. The boards go 4 feet to the left. You come off it. You pick back the puck up, and you score a goal. You didn't get hit that hard. Get out of here. When you have a snot bubble and your brain scrambled on a football field, trust me, you got hit harder.
There's a lot more suicides in football than there is in hockey.
Yeah, because you take repeated hits to your noodle all day long. And since we're not on that topic, but give me a break, old timers.
On which?
When you play football, you sign up for a concussion. So
same with NHL. These fucking guys coming out. Yeah.
So, all these people that bitch and complain that it's got to be safer. No, it doesn't. That's the sport. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it.
Okay, let's just. But I mean, tell everyone what we're talking about. Like,
just
NFL is facing a great deal of lawsuits from the.
Oh, it happened already. Is there more?
It's ongoing. It's ongoing.
But they settled.
Yeah, they settled. They settled. It's like $500 million.
Yeah,
but I
think that'll be a never-ending thing.
I'm just saying for like the future moving on. All the like reporters and people that are saying football needs to be more safer. I agree you need to teach people how to tackle properly, but it's a violent fucking sport.
You know what you're signing up for.
You are going to get hurt and probably have a concussion. If you don't want to taste those risks, don't play. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. And watch soccer.
And NHL came out with their own lawsuit, very similar, timed right after the NFL lawsuit. And there's like 20 people on the list.
There you go. Now you got
200.
A precedent.
There's like 200, right?
Let me tell you.
But most of them only played like 20 minutes in the NHL. So what are you talking about?
Let me tell you my beef with hockey. In football, you have a full geared helmet that is strapped on by 4 buckles and a chin strap that's like rock.
And in hockey, they don't even want to wear fucking visors.
In hockey, you have a little bicycle helmet with the strap hanging 4 inches from your chin.
And they don't want to wear the visor.
No shit, you're getting a concussion. I don't even feel bad for hockey players when they get concussions.
But those guys knew what they were signing up for as well.
Wear a fucking helmet.
And you're getting paid well, for the most part, for that risk. So why are you
If guys aren't getting concussions, I don't want to watch it. It's fucking... it's soccer.
That's hilarious. Fucking barbarian.
Oh, man.
So you're gonna die at 60.
when are you tackling down the lion to fucking have your dinner tonight?
Yeah.
It's all red meat and testosterone in this room. That's fucking crazy. Okay, let's start to wind down here. And not long ago, Chris and I were watching something. I heard the story of the Rocky franchise. And I don't know if you guys know about this, but the story behind Sylvester Stallone is a pretty cool story.
Is that a ESPN?
No, it's
it was covered.
HBO?
One is an interview.
You showed me.
Yeah, one's an interview. You can YouTube the story behind Rocky, and basically, Stallone was a guy down on his luck. He grew up. He was born in Philadelphia, raised in Hell's Kitchen in New York.
Yeah,
and he grew up. He knew from a very young point in his life that he wanted to get into acting. And he was a struggling actor for a long time. He was married in New York City.
Yeah.
He couldn't get any jobs. He would go on interview after interview. He would sleep over on the guy's casting couch to eventually get picked up on like.
Whatever you got to do.
What was that? He did a softcore porn movie to keep afloat.
I heard Banderas did a gay fucking porn.
Would you be surprised?
No.
Van Damme, obvious.
Hey, when you got rent coming up and you gotta meet your bills and
sucking dick for rent.
I live in the street. I'm sorry.
I am too.
And Stallone's first wife was all over him about, like, man, get a real job, let the dream go.
So like every wife.
Well, she shouldn't have married him then. She knew.
Once again, she knew what she was getting into.
She signed up for it.
Yeah. And it boiled down to his last...
For better or for worse.
One of his last acts of desperation. He was really attached to his dog. He took the dog down to the liquor store and actually sold his dog, asked for $50. He ended up getting something like $25 for his dog. He had to sell his dog just to pay rent. To eat.
The story's actually amazing.
He couldn't. Okay.
I love the Rocky franchise. I think Stallone's amazing.
So they should have made a movie about Stallone's. I think.
They pretty much should make a story about that.
But here's the thing: did you know that Stallone story was a ripoff of some guy who actually went through that?
Well, this is okay. Well, this is an argument here. Okay, so hold on. Let me just finish. I
know we're winding down the podcast. We're just getting started.
Maybe we are just getting heated. Yeah. Anyways, he sells his dog.
Episode 11.
Complete depression. Now his buddy asks him to go to a bar. Ends up watching the Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner fight. Chuck Wepner is a nobody.
Yeah.
He looks like a nobody,
Yeah.
And then you see Muhammad Ali he is who he is. He's sculpted.
He's Apollo Creed.
Exactly.
There we go.
And Ali, who admittedly didn't train that well or took Wepner that seriously, got knocked down in
with
the
a
first
kidney
round.
shot, too.
Yeah,
Isn't that?
exactly.
Stallone's fucking trademark shot.
Yeah. And what does Muhammad Ali do? He gets up and beats the living shit out of Wepner. But for round after round, cannot knock this guy out. Yeah. And this story inspires Stallone to write for the next 20 hours, stays up the next, I guess, a day or two or something.
Googling Wepner.
Without
even though Google probably didn't exist.
Google not.
He Yahoo'd fucking Wepner.
There wasn't even laptops then.
It inspired him to write
PCs, forget it.
The Rocky Balboa.
He was in the public library
script.
for the next 20 hours.
Yeah, but what movie isn't, has some sort of, they came up with
he didn't give money to fucking Wepner.
He shouldn't have. Fuck you, Webner.
What are you talking about?
About 25...
You wrote a movie about me and you're not giving me the fucking shit.
I wrote a section of a fight that I saw. The rest, what does the Rocky franchise have to do with anything?
It was too close, so all of it. A fucking white guy fucking taking on a black guy, everything.
So everyone, hold on, just so everybody knows
taking
what
a
we're
beating,
talking
kidney shot, everything.
Rocky goes on to sell
That's
the
10
script.
minutes of the movie.
He insisted that he be that main actor. They were bumping it. They loved the script so much. They offered him up to $300,000, something like that. Refuse. They said, "Fuck it. We love the script so much. Here we go. $55,000. You can act in it. It'll be it'll suck, but we'll get at least a good script."
Yeah.
Goes back. Then he takes it. And he takes the points after the movies. He chose to get paid on the royalties
Smart
instead.
man.
Goes to find his dog. Sees the guy 3 days later. He ended up having to pay the guy $35,000 to get his dog back and put the guy in the movie.
What a dumbass.
Rocky,
was the guy Wepner?
Rocky on a $1 million budget went on to make $200 million.
That's right.
He won Best Film or Best Actor that year.
I think it was film. I don't think
he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Fast forward almost 30 years later, Chuck Wepner comes and he's like, "I want $15 million. Go at it, guys." Does he own that money or not?
No. How many years later?
Because
buddy,
why did it take him? Okay, that I didn't think I knew about that. Why did it take him 20 years later?
Because he's a stupid bastard. That's
that one.
If I was Stallone, I'd cut him $100 check and say, "Get the fuck out of here."
But here's a question for you: Stallone settled for an undocumented amount, or whatever, undisclosed amount.
The guy up.
So why? Why would you even settle if you have no case? I ain't settling for shit if I didn't rape that woman or whatever.
But wait, in the movie, does it say based on a true story or inspired?
Like doesn't say any of that.
Does it say anything?
It doesn't say anything. He denied it for 20 years.
I know, but the whole movie isn't about that fight. It's about him and Adrian. It's like a love story.
Yeah, I give you that.
He just happens to be a boxer, and the fight he saw in real life.
Okay, but...
So, if anything, it's not a ripoff. He got inspired by something.
No, but, okay.
So fuck you, buddy.
No, but the inspired by stories still are giving money to the original people. I'm
but I don't even think it says that.
Yeah, so he was trying to rip off Wepner.
Who doesn't know what Rocky is? You tell me this guy never saw the fucking movie and sat there in the theater?
But there's documented proof that the stories have an alignment.
Yeah, now it is. So why didn't this guy come out 20 years ago?
Maybe he found it with Google.
When you're a stupid fuck, you don't get money. That's how it works.
Maybe it was Google.
You mean when you were in the theater the first time when you watched his Oscar performance?
Everybody thought it was about him.
Yeah, they said you get money for it? So 20 years later, it's like, oh shit, I didn't get money for it.
I didn't know it was 20 years later.
If I was still on it, like, you're so dumb, you're not getting anything.
I didn't know it was 20 years later.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Man. Well, you know what? He ended up settling in court, right?
Yeah, I bet it was for peanuts.
Yeah, but I guess the point is, even the story behind Rocky was a pretty fucking incredible one.
That is a brilliant move, though. You should call Stallone and say you should make a movie about the makings.
I'm sure he'll take my call. That fucking guy has got scripts coming out of his ass.
What's the new Stallone
Yeah, wait till
movie?
this podcast takes off. You can call Stallone on speed dial.
There you go.
What's the new Stallone movie called?
It looks stupid.
Grudge match. I don't know. I was turned off because it had to do with boxing, but then maybe it's just it looked like a funny comedy.
But are they calling it fucking? What's his name?
It's a comedy.
But is it Rocky versus LaMotta? Jake LaMotta or whatever? Freaking.
I don't know if it's based on a true story.
Just so everybody knows, we YouTubed the movie Grudge Match starring
and your boy Hart's in it.
Robert De Niro and
De Niro and Stallone.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, because they were both big boxing
Buzz.
Yeah, this looks like an actual funny comedy.
And Joey Diaz makes an appearance here.
But they should have called it still Rocky versus Jake LaMotta.
So what is this about? They had a rivalry before.
Yeah,
They both retire and never
and they
talk.
never had the grudge match.
And
now
then
they're
Kevin
like,
Hart sets up a rematch,
Yeah.
Something like
basically.
that.
But I don't know. Stallone still looks like all cranked out, and fucking Buddy Boy looks.
Yeah,
like
De Niro looks old like a motherfucker.
Yeah, De Niro looks fat and out of shape.
How is this?
And how did fucking Hart get in on this?
This is probably Kevin Hart's idea. To be released.
And then how did your boy
and
get on
Joey
here?
Diaz
Yeah,
in there.
Joey Diaz.
I'll go watch it for the comics. You guys watch it for Stallone and De Niro.
Oh, buddy, I'd watch.
Schwarzenegger's got a new movie out. He's like a SWAT guy or something. It looks fucking awesome.
Is it with Stallone?
Hey, what about that
No,
movie with Schwarzenegger and Stallone breaking out of prison? And
I don't know.
I
I
don't
can't. You know what? The Expendables is enough for me.
that was The Expendables 2 was great.
So
One was suspect.
LL
LL
Cool J's in this
Cool J.
too.
Holy shit! How many
Holy
80s actors
shit.
are they bringing back?
Kim Basinger? Holy shit! What is this? 8 Mile? I don't know. So they pit them against each other. So they are gonna do it. I don't see De Niro training.
He didn't train when he was in Raging Bull either.
Roy Jones. Oh man.
It's funny how they made them boxing guys, but different character names.
So sorry.
They actually gonna fight?
Is this the
De Niro was the actor in Raging Bull.
right?
And so they got two guys who
They got
played
two guys
boxing
playing
guys
boxing.
playing a
I'll tell you
new
right
guys,
now, I'm going
new
to the
guys
theater to
fight
see
each
that
other.
shit. I'm dragging you two assholes to come.
I guess. Okay, we'll have a review on Grudge Match. Christmas. Reluctantly, we're gonna go to this movie.
Yeah,
but
you guys got no choices.
Let's do it.
oh man.
What do you
All right.
say there?
So what? Christmas Day? Grudge Match?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, we're not going on Christmas Day.
No, that's not good.
God, that's
But Boxing Day.
all right. So we're just recycling the Rocky. Yeah, I'm just. We're gonna wrap this up now. We've had quite the battle of opinions today between soccer and football and.
So are we going to play Katy Perry's "Eye of the Tiger"? Or are we going?
No, we're not gonna play Katy Perry.
Let's watch the training montage. I'll stay here all night.
Which is what we thought. Yeah, which is what we thought.
There we go.
There,
So-
send it off with that.
Yeah, I'm not paying fucking Stallone royalties because this wasn't inspired by Stallone.
Well, you're gonna owe Bill Conti some money.
yeah, I'll pay him.
Okay, right on, everybody. This has been the Nobody's Podcast, Dime Edition, number 10.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks
It's
for
a lot of
Chris
fun.
for
We'll be back again.
for coming on, and we love it. So, guys, keep tuning in. We love you.
Thanks for listening.
He's Nelson,
He's Neil.
and
Special
we are
guest Chris.
and Chris. Nobody's Podcast. Keep punching.